Welcome to Iddi Amin's armory, but later turned into a torture chamber.
This is the torture chamber, guys. Iddi Amin torture chamber.
And no one survived from this chamber. Whenever they bring you here, you have to die.
Hello guys, welcome to Okavin YouTube channel. And in this video I want to show you the Iddi Amin torture chambers. Many of us have heard about Iddi Amin torture chambers, but we may not be knowing where exactly they are. So I'm at Kabaka's palace, and this place is called Mengo, the Kabaka of Uganda. So I want us to go inside and check out a number of things. Hope you'll enjoy this video. In case you are new on this channel, kindly subscribe. This is the place where we are. Thank you.
We have this torture chamber here. It wasn't a torture chamber, it was an armory. So Iddi Amin hired Israelis to build an armory because Israelis were majored in building underground buildings. So he had to hire Israelis to build an armory. But when he heard that his former boss is coming back to fight him, Obote, he had to change it from an armory to a torture chamber, where thousands of Uganda were killed from this place. And those people who were killed from this place, they were mainly professors who can talk about the bad things Amini used to do. The professors, the doctors, the bishops. For Iddi Amin never wanted to talk about
his administration,
yes,
by the time.
Course, yeah.
Okay.
As you can see. Now we are heading inside. Welcome to Iddi Amin's armory that was constructed by the Israelis in the early 1970s, but later turned into a torture chamber where thousands of Ugandans lost their lives.
Wow. Visiting here, it can bring you very bad memories. Some people lost their relatives here. So let us go inside and find out more of what happened here.
So Iddi Amin used to kidnap people from Kampala and surrounding areas. When he hear you talking about his government, he had to kidnap you, blindfold you, and throw you in a well-built car. He had to drive you in Kampala for almost 7 hours in order for you to be confused that I'm far away from Kampala. After, he had to bring you here. This torture chamber has 5 cells in it. It had water. That water was electrified. So he had to bring people blindfolded and they dumped them inside that water. They had to switch on that electricity in order to extract information from you. So after getting that information, you have to die. They have to throw you inside those cells. It had a sliding gate. They have to close that gate in order for you to suffocate and die. And you had to die because there is no any ventilator. There is no any space you can get oxygen. You had to die of suffocation. And and you can see this one. This one was a trench. It was for water diversion to the King's Lake. Water comes from the other ends. I had to divert from this place in order not to distract their
activities.
Yeah.
Okay.
So as you're going to see, the Israelis never built a torture chamber, as I told you. That's why you can see this one is new to the other one. You can see. Yeah, it wasn't on the plan.
It wasn't on the plan.
Yes, as you can see. Yeah. It had a main gate, as you can see here. It had a main gate, as you can see. It had electrified water, as you can see here. As you can see, this was the water rivers, and as you can see here, These are the cells. It had a sliding gate on the cells. After torturing, they had to throw you inside these cells. They had to slide those gates and you had to die.
Because of suffocation, lack of food, oxygen and all of that. Yeah.
We had a certain man wrote, as I told you, that this place men were mainly targeted because in that 1970s, mainly men were in politics. So there is a certain man wrote before died, he wrote that Obote Onzise Nayabanama, such Uganda word, saying that Obote, you've killed me, what about my children? Yeah. So Obote had to come, as I told you, Obote came back. Yeah, that's why you hear that there is Obote too. He also came back here to fight Iddi Amin and also did the same on the opponents, on the supporters of Iddi Amin. So that's why I tell you, Obote killed the people from this place and Amini killed the people from this place.
From this place.
Yeah, that's why I'm telling that thousands of Uganda lost their lives. You can find a family without granding. He can tell you that since I was born, I've never seen my grandfather. I've never seen, I don't know where we came from. This place killed so many people of our families.
And then I see people come and give respect to this to
those
respect.
Are the students, but we have a certain woman who came here to visit. He lost her husband from this place. He wrote here, I've never forget my husband was killed by the people of Amini. Yes. Meaning that her husband was killed from this place. And so we have the fingerprints here. As I told this water was somehow murdered. So these people were tortured using electricity. They have to fall down doing what? So after being tortured, they have to throw them inside the cells. They use the fingerprint on the walls, as you see. They use the fingerprints. As you see, those are the fingerprints for the people. As you can see inside here, you can see people used to say that this is blood. No, that is not blood. That is droppings from the bats.
From the bats.
Yes. As you can see.
When people are struggling with life, maybe someone's dying, kind of suffocated.
Ventilator.
Very dark and all that. So guys.
And you have a look, it has taken some good long period of time without functioning. Since this current government took over, it never functioned. It never functioned again. As you can see, it turned into a house for the bats.
For the bats, I can see.
That is the chamber of Iddi Amin Dada.
So every president has got his own bad side and good side, but I think this could be one of the worst side of Iddi Amin.
And Iddi Amin Dada had so many torture chambers around Kampala. Some of them were turned into business centers, but this one is the remaining one.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, I thought it was the only one.
No, he had one of them was there near Sheraton Hotel. Yeah, but they are already turned into business centers, and this one is the remaining one.
Okay.
Yeah.
So do you allow people to come in here, like to cry over their lost ones, like to have that refreshed moment and just mourn over their lost ones?
By then there was one of the remains for the people. We had to remove them. So in order not to scare our visitors, not scare our children, because we used to bring here children to teach them what Iddi Amin did. So we had to remove them from the place. So we don't allow anyone to cry from your place. You can cry if you want, but it's not allowed.
It's not allowed. Okay.
It is quite a long time. So this one took quite a long time. People cannot cry.
Oh yeah. So guys, this is Iddi Amin torture chambers. For those who had not known this history, it's so beautiful to hear this. However, the sad note is that people lost their lives here, and surely no one deserves to die.
And no one survived from this chamber. Whenever they bring you here, you have to die, because you have to die, not to talk about that there in the palace there is a torture chamber.
Okay.
So you have to die.
So this is the torture chamber, guys. Iddi Amin torture chamber. Some of us might have heard about the history of it. Some of us might have not yet heard about it. Thousands of Ugandans lost their lives here. Come and visit and get to know the history of the torture chamber in Uganda.